Today we're going to be talking about the Montgomery bus boycott. The Montgomery bus boycott happened in 1950s. The boycott took as an impact on many people's lives back then, and even today in today's world you can see many people are still affected by this case. Historical background. Due to the Jim Crow laws, many African Americans and even some people of color were forced to sit in the back of the bus. On December 1st, Rosa Parks, an activist, decided to say no when a white man asked her for a seat in Montgomery, Alabama. In the primary source of the police report, it says she refused to move and said the law was unfair. During this time, everything was really segregated. Even if you would go to restrooms, they would be differentiated by races. If you look to the left, you can see her giving her fingerprint to the police officer for her arrest due to this incident. And if you look closely to the right, it's a real report from this era, or from this time the incident happened. Protest. During this time, a civil rights organization called the Montgomery Improvement Association was started, which was led by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Many black people after the situation had boycotted the buses and didn't use them for over a year. Instead, they would take long walks or even carpool with each other. They would even take bikes for miles, but they would do anything to not ride those buses. In a flyer from the Montgomery Improvement Association, it was stated that they're requesting every African American to stay off the bus on Monday because of the protest of the arrest and trial. This was said by the Montgomery Improvement Association. If you look closely to the left, it's them doing anything but taking those buses and riding those bikes. And if you look to the right, it's a flyer that ensures them to stay off the buses on Monday to kind of like raise awareness for this situation and show that they're in full support and they want the best outcome of the situation. Significance. In 1956, the boycott led to a Supreme Court case called Browder versus Gill. The Supreme Court case after the ruling decided that this segregation was illegal and wouldn't continue any longer. This set as a base for many things. It showed that if you can keep fighting and do small, unharmful protests, then you can create a change. The whole outcome kind of was that never give up on something, and if you really want it at the end, you just have to keep fighting no matter what. The change helped start the spread of bigger civil rights. In the Browder versus Gill, it says that the enforced segregation of black and white passengers on motor buses violates the Constitution. If you look closely to the left, it shows the New York Times newspaper, which states that the U.S. court voided bus segregation in Montgomery, which shows that the case was basically denied and that it was against the Constitution, so it wouldn't continue any longer. On the right, you can see the black people getting on the bus again after this incident when everything started kind of to go back to normal. Modern day connections. Yes, the issue is still a thing and a problem in today's world. We still see discrimination here and there, plus racism. In today's world, awareness for these types of things is raised through the news or even social media, like Black Lives Matter, which is also a group and also a motto that many people say. They engage in protests to fight for this unfair treatment. If you look to the left, you could see them holding up signs and flags during what protests look like in today's world, and really just trying to raise awareness for the situation. There's even a Facebook post from 2014 that says, Black Lives Matter is an ideological and political intervention to affirm that black people's humanity is still there. If you look to the right, there's also another post by Alicia Garza which says, "Black people, I love you, I love us, our lives matter." This just shows how other people use different ways of social media to really bring awareness for the situation and really just try to connect with other people that are also going through the same. This boycott was supposed to be only a day thing because they arrested her. It was just one and done, but they never really knew that it was going to go over for almost a year. Also, 9 months before Rosa Parks' arrest, something similar happened to a person named Claudette Colvin. This person was arrested for not giving up her bus seat when she was supposed to, but they didn't really take her into action or show or made it a big deal because she was pregnant, and her age also played a role in this situation. But after this, 9 months later, the same thing happened to Rosa Parks, and it was made a big deal back then. Social revolution. I would definitely say that this was a social revolution, and that's because this boycott really showed that people in society think that it's okay to go out and go fight, or not think, they do know it's okay to go out and go fight for something that you may not think is right. This boycott started bigger civil rights protests and other things like new movements and laws being introduced. This boycott also led to the formation of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, where they would have more protests later on, but they would be way more peaceful and there would be no violence whatsoever. Here's my work cited from the different primary sources and the different sites and court cases and etc. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope you really understood my project and liked it as much as I liked doing it. I hope you learned something new today. Bye.